Mumbai, the biggest city in India, endlessly rich in culture and in contradictions. It's home to one of the oldest and grandest hotels in the world, the Taj Mahal Palace.
It's beyond just luxury. You know, this is this little mirage in the middle of this city.
It has over 500 rooms and 1,500 staff.
I never feel that I'm 61. I feel that I'm 16. Taj has built me very strongly.
It's famed for being meticulous, where no detail is too small or demand too great.
Anything is possible. Why can't I get you a pink elephant? I'll try.
With an army of staff striving for flawless service.
This is India. I mean, we frankly don't say no to anything.
It's where the super rich of today come to live like the Maharajahs of India's past.
Sometimes I close my eyes and I pretend that all of India is like this.
Standing on the edge of the Arabian Sea, the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel has been a landmark in Mumbai for over 100 years. Favoured by rock stars and royalty, billionaire businessmen and stars of Hollywood and Bollywood, it was the first luxury hotel in India. For the last 5 years, executive housekeeper Indrani has been keeping the hotel in a manner fit for kings.
Deepti, all the canopies, they have to be more stuck towards the ceiling because there are little wires showing on them, huh?
And there's little that escapes her attention.
Hi boys, good morning. It has to be nicely vacuumed, okay? Harshit, put your hand inside. Once you're vacuumed, please put your hand inside the entire corners and see that everything is clean, okay? These are the blankets. These are the blankets which has already come after disinfection from the laundry. But since it is all touched by human beings, you can have a lid and I don't want anything over there. So sometimes eyes can default, so I'm checking with a torch if I missed out on anything. Okay, this is clean. Show me the other one. Okay, dikhaiye aap.
At £9,000 a night, the Tata Suite is the most exclusive in the hotel. Named after the hotel's founder, the suite has 15 rooms, including its own private spa and gym.
This is what I was talking about. Can you see that it is having little bubbles? All right, there should not be any bubbles.
It's seen dignitaries and celebrities from Tom Cruise to Barack Obama pass through its doors.
Which one have you done it already?
This
Huh? It's not clean. Can you be very, very careful while you're doing it?
Yes, ma'am.
With the next guest and his entourage arriving in a few days' time, Indrani wants to check everything.
All right, so I want complete tight bunch of pink roses. They're coming to India for the first time, so ensure that we have a little Indian touch to it. This gives us a lot of excitement, and you must have seen all the photographs of the people who have stayed here. And though I see that every day, but I don't hesitate. Every day when I look at it, I feel immense proud. Oh my God, I have been able to, do something for this guest who have done so much for the world. I'm looking at the finishing below the underbasin.
Why are you looking there?
The finishing and the cleanliness under the basin, because this is an area which is neglected. People generally feel lazy to sit down. So we ensure that when we are checking the room, we always sit down and look up. Because when the guest is lying in the bathtub, he's actually at this height. And he can see this. You can't see it, but guest can see this like this. So we have to ensure that everything is perfect.
See, the Indian philosophy dictates that anybody who comes to your house, it's not a guest, but he's God. So we treat every guest who comes and stays with us, okay, as close to God as possible.
For many general managers, running a hotel like the Taj is the pinnacle of their career.
Every city has its own monument to which people very strongly relate to, okay? So this is the place in Bombay which people relate to very, very strongly.
Gaurav has been in charge for the last 3 years. A blink of an eye in a hotel which everyone in Mumbai has grown up with.
You know, to a large section of society in Bombay, they've seen this hotel for the last 100-odd years. So their parents have seen this, their grandparents have seen this. A lot of them have got married here, their parents have got married here. They call it the People's Taj. This is unlike any other hotel that I've run before. When you come here, you realize and feel the history of about 110 years.
The Taj was the first hotel in India to have electricity and the first to have a licensed bar. Built in 1903, over 40 years before the end of the British Raj, it was a regular retreat for the Indian Maharajahs and throughout its history has welcomed VIPs from all over the world.
Every client who comes and stays with us is a VIP. Okay. To a large extent, we wouldn't like to distinguish between the real VIPs and the VIPs. But if you really want to have a culture of top-class service being given to every resident guest, you need to treat every one of them as VIPs. Now we will go through all the...
Before all major visits, Gaurav holds a meeting with the hotel's heads of department to scrutinize every detail.
The position that you had chosen for them to stand for Oprah Winfrey's visit as well as for President Sarkozy was the correct position.
At no point in time should we forget that anybody who comes and stays in this hotel is paying through his pocket and needs to be treated in that particular manner.
Other thing I want is, and I want everybody's opinion on that, do you want somebody playing traditional Indian music? The whole idea is when they walk in, they hear something which is very traditional, Indian and soft.
It's not just the guests who stay in the Tata Suite who are given 5-star treatment.
Hello. It's nice to be back. Kiran.
Hey, Mr. Sinanan, welcome back.
Hello.
Dr. Anil Sinanan has been visiting up to 5 times a year for over a decade.
Come to welcome you back.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Wishing you a lot of good luck for Scrutinizing. Yes. Enjoy your stay with us.
I always do.
Most welcome.
A lawyer from London. He stays at the hotel whenever he visits the city.
My love affair with Mumbai is purely because of Bollywood, and I buy every single CD which is released, every DVD, and I also go to nondescript stores in really far out places. That's my mission, to buy LP records. I go out and I like mingling with what they call the masses, ordinary people. And they look at the Taj in awe, not envy. And because I've traveled globally and from the Caribbean, I find that really strange because often people look at you if you come out of, let's say, the Hilton in Trinidad, and they just say, rich bastard, and they want to beat you up and kidnap you. But in Mumbai, they just see that as like, wow, well done you for being a guest. Because one of the maxims of Indian life, or maybe Hinduism, I don't know, guest is God. So I'm a guest, so I'm a God.
When a guest is booked into the Tata Suite, Gaurav checks everything personally before they arrive.
I can't shake this habit off. I have to come at the last minute and I have to see personally for myself. I don't know whether it gives me a sense of a bit of control. Also allows me to sleep better. I think I'm a natural critic by nature. And the more I intervene in terms of doing repeated rounds, the more seriously everybody else actually takes their job. So, it works that way. This lamp is crooked. I want this to be individual as well as the main lamp. Sure. Both of them are crooked. So just get that addressed. You can do that later on. Come.
As far as the sitting room is concerned, the entire room has been painted and polished. Much before in times, you'll not find any fragrance or any kind of smell over there. The room has been completely sanitized, pest controlled and disinfectant.
I don't want any painter, polisher now coming into the suite. From now on, I don't want the smell to change.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. And on that particular day, I just want to feel the flowers smell and nothing else. When is his butler coming?
So half an hour before his arrival, on 8th.
Okay, what I want you to do is, after the first day,
Yes,
okay, I'm not talking about the 8th night when he comes in. 9th, try to get in touch with his butler, okay? Your butler team is going to be here.
Yes, sir.
Please ensure there's a lady in that team. Huh? I've last time spoken about 2 butlers and a lady in the team. Ask what is his preference as far as the single malt is concerned.
Yes.
Okay? When he comes the first day, he's going to be in the hotel at about 9 o'clock. You don't know whether he's going to ask for dinner. So for us to be able to understand what his requirements are going to be is going to be an issue in the sense. So I have made a booking for him in all my restaurants. All of them. So I really don't want to take a chance. So anything which is expressed during the course of the stay, we really don't want to be in a position to say no. This is India. I mean, we frankly don't say no to anything. If it means that I have to ask somebody to stay back in the hotel because the services may be asked outside the working hours, we will ensure that we deliver. I mean, otherwise, how do you explain 1,500 people? So.
Let's start. सर्वदा योग तुझा गणावा तुझे कारणी देव वाचा बनावा उपेशुन को गुण बनता गुनायका माँ गणेश गाता जय जय रघुवीर. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. 11 o'clock, Emerald Jade Room.
Of the hotel's 1,500 staff, 200 are room boys. Many have migrated from the villages of their birth to work in Mumbai.
They're all coming from a humble background. There are many boys who are not so highly educated. They have just done the schooling. They have not seen or experienced what we are expecting them to deliver. Appreciation of luxury, understanding the finer details, it is what they have been taught every day, morning, evening.
Good morning.
Each morning after prayers, Indrani's exacting standards start with the boys themselves.
Hi, morning.
Good morning.
Okay, boys.
First and foremost, is he looking fresh, ready to take on the world, okay? Obviously, he has to smell good, in the sense he should smell fresh.
Hello, Samol. Hair is not cut.
There are times when we are being strict with them, there are times when we are nice with them, there are times we are like elder sister to their problems, to their issues. So it's like a whole family working together towards a common goal.
Sharad, come here. Your trouser is very long. Can you wear it around your waistline? Pull it up, pull it up. And your shoes are also not polished.
I'll polish now.
So many of them with their own little issues. We know each one of them, how their family is, what they are. We know who their children are, what issues they're having, what family problems they're having. Sometimes we do try to sort this out. So it's like it's not just only professional relationship.
Turn. Turn. I want cut down here, shaved over here. I don't want all this trickling down. Amol. Haircut. Santosh. Haircut. Where is your nails? Cut. Okay. All of you wearing black socks? Who is not?
For the fortunate few who get a job at the hotel, it can change the course of their lives. Mr. Chaska has worked here for 42 years. During that time, 16 members of his family have also been employed by the hotel.
Private bar service.
These days, Mr. Chaska is in charge of the minibars.
Private bar. May I come in? I really enjoying my job very much. I never feel that I'm 61. I feel that I'm 16 because I'm still young. I have maintained. People are asking me how you don't have stomach, how you are not fat. I said Taj has built me very strongly, and that is what the wonderful things people listen to me. Working Taj is the happiness, not only me but my family, because this is the super deluxe 5-star hotel which is #1 in all over India. And that is why it's a proud and the pride to me and my family also. It's a dream come in the truth. Enjoyable life we are living here. Private bar service. Show the smile. Smile shows that comfortable. Smile shows that understanding. Smile tells that really successful. And smile says that caring. And smile says that yes, I am very happy. Private bar service. Very good morning, sir.
Morning.
Very nice to you. Your newspaper.
Yes, please.
And do you require some replenishment of tea, coffee?
Would it be possible for you to make me some coffee from the...
Yes.
From this?
Yes, I do that, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, you allow me to make your coffee, please. Thank you very much, sir. Do you require a Nescafe, sir? Black coffee. Enjoy your coffee, sir.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. Pleasant stay, sir.
I suppose I do like being called sir. I don't know. But yes, I think it's like being treated with kindness and respect. I hope it doesn't go to my head. Or maybe that's why I keep coming back. I've come from a very humble background. Both my parents were largely illiterate and children of indented immigrants from India to the West Indies. I literally had to get myself to university, get a job in London, and I started literally with nothing, so why not enjoy it now? Thank you. I suppose that's why I appreciate it. I suspect if I was born into it, I would have probably taken it for granted. My favorite bit of the hotel is sitting exactly around the poolside. I like the sort of protected environment, the oasis of calm, where you can get away from the hustle and bustle of the urban jungle. Sometimes I close my eyes and I pretend that all of India is like this, that this is the real India.
In the real Mumbai, the average person lives in less than 5 meters of space. Built on a peninsula, the city has nowhere left to expand. But the population has doubled in the last 25 years. Alongside its hundreds of millionaires, more than half the population lives in slums. Many live and work on the streets outside the hotel. Lalita, Suresh and their family have lived by the hotel for most of their lives. They make money selling strings of jasmine to passers-by.
कभी आप ताज के गेस्ट से कभी आपने बात की है? कोई भी ताज में जो गेस्ट है?
ऐसा तो आते बैठ जाता है, बात करते हैं वो लोग, खाना पीना दिला के चले जाता है, ऐसा पैसा वैसा कुछ नहीं देते, कपड़ा लत्ता जूता, अभी पैर में चप्पल नहीं रहेगा तो चप्पल भी ला के देता है, ताज का उन्हें क्या सफ़ेद चप्पल वो ला के देता है, तो वैसा हम लोग पहनेगा क्या, वो अंदर का चप्पल बाहर कैसा अपन यूज़ कर सकता है, हम लोग हमेशा इधर ही सोते हैं मैडम, इधर धंधा पानी करने का और चलो। तो हमारा कपाट है, 7 लाख करोड़ रुपए का कपाट है। हम लोग उधर ही रखता है, हम लोग सामान विमान उधर ही रखता है, सामान मुश्किल पलटी वाला लेके चले जाता है।
कभी आप ताज के अंदर गए?
ऐसा तो बहुत जुना हो गया, हम छोटे थे तभी गए थे। सबसे माँ बाप यही है हमारा मालिक भी वही है और वही है। अगर ये नहीं रहते तो अपन हम लोग किधर जाते थे? सब दुनिया लोग इसको देखने को आता, तभी हम लोग धंधा करते हैं, तभी खाते हैं ना हम लोग। अगर ये एरिया नहीं रहता तो हम लोग किधर भूखा पास से मर जाते थे।
I came when I was very young. Actually, I came to India about my 20s and 2022. And of course, I was a very leftist woman at that time. And my first husband, we were fiancés at that time. He was coming from a very rich family. Then I used to take him to hippies places. And he said, okay, half-half. Half a time we'll go to the hippies places and 1 or 2 nights at least we come to the Taj. And when I came here and I saw that, I said, no, that is for rich people, for bourgeois, I'm not coming. And we stayed there and I was very happy to stay there. I found it gorgeous, fabulous. That was ages ago. The best memory I have here is with my second husband, which was the greatest love of my life. We used to have a great time talking with the people, being in a way like we were in a family. There is something about this hotel which is really very particular. You stay there and you get back to the history of a big part of the history of India and also a part of history of the world. Sometimes I live with the old people that they have been passed by, the last Shah of Iran, as well as John Lennon, and so many other people. And I feel them, I feel their spirit there.
Serving the world's elite requires the utmost discretion. When John Lennon and Yoko Ono stayed for 5 days, no one, not even a cleaner, was allowed in their suite.
So you set the suite yesterday?
Yes, ma'am.
You had a round with Mr. Pokhriyal?
Yes.
Okay. You have the key?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it's open already.
Before the next guest checks into the Tata Suite, the head of each department wants to make sure everything in their area is faultless.
Let's start with the living room.
Meher is in charge of food and beverages.
Okay. You've got the pims. Take the band rolls off. No band rolls on any of them, please. Well, I'm not quite liking the shine of this. And if you leave it here, it's going to get more tarnished. So just take this off, polish it, put it back. Martini extra dry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Gordon's?
Gordon's there, ma'am.
Yeah. No Bacardi.
Fine.
Absolutely not. Please upgrade.
Fine.
Captain Morgan, spiced gold. Yeah? I come back actually multiple times. This is the probably the third one I'm already making. There's a watermark on this glass. Here. See here?
Yes, ma'am.
By afternoon, you'll find, that whatever I've already highlighted right now will get addressed, and I will make another round around evening just to make sure it's all corrected. No. Please, fresh piece or get it cleaned. Checks upon checks upon checks. Endless checks till he actually checks in. So that's how it is.
The Tata Suite comes with 13 staff. Rooms have been dedicated to all the guests' needs.
Okay, this is the VIP pressing room.
Yes, ma'am.
Including one for ironing.
Get a couple of laundry baskets placed here.
Certainly, ma'am.
Ask Mr. Mahal to make a round of this room.
Fine, ma'am.
Because I don't think this is everything they need. But ask him to still check. Okay, fine. Come. There are many a times that VIP movements involve only their own butler coming into contact with the VIP. And our butlers only become further butlers to their butler. So it can be a butler to a butler to a butler. You could end up with 4 butlers in the room, and also you could end up with 3 butlers that have very little to do because their butler is already taking care of most of the preferences. But we go with that. Little bit to the left, out, away from you. Yes. Glass also. Both glass and bottle.
Okay.
The philosophy of the hotel is the same as the philosophy of the country. 4th one again, little bit away from you. Guest is God in India. And, we live and breathe that philosophy.
You have no provision to actually lay an extra chair. So what I want you to do is pull it here, till here.
Okay.
Okay, so that if I have to add an extra chair in emergency, and keep an extra chair somewhere here.
Sure.
Okay? The way the suite is originally Indrani needs to be turned around very, very quickly after the morning meeting.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I will not have time to come back again to have a look at this.
Sure.
Done. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
For us, everything we do is keeping in mind that guest is God when he walks in, and whatever we do is centered around that idea.
Please realize all these people have stayed in the best hotels in the world. Okay? There are certain things they take for granted, and there are certain things that they really like to be surprised with. The ability of a hotel to surprise on those small, finer aspects of luxury is what is going to set you apart from other luxury hotels. I'm slightly restless by nature, hence my management style is also dictated by that. I'm a bit aggressive at work, in the sense when I want to do something, I want to do it then and there. If you're extremely passionate about what you're doing, certain sense of that tends to get also rubbed onto people who work with you. Plus, they also understand that there is always somebody who's keeping an eye, and there is always somebody who's really concerned about how the hotel's faring. And sometimes over a period of time, people understand that the final solution in a hotel tends to lie with the general manager, which is rather unfortunate because, for every solution, people actually look up to the general manager for the final solution, okay? So once you get engaged so heavily with something like this, the sense of responsibility actually changes from just being responsible for your job. You suddenly realize that you're also responsible for 1,500 people.
For its most exclusive guests, the hotel rolls out the red carpet.
So right now, this part which is not laid will be just done 10 minutes before the arrival, so that because there are a lot of people who are stepping onto it, we don't want it to be spoiled. So we have put cotton stands, but I personally love this look from him, the red and the orange things. And this will be maintained till the day he checks out.
How are you going to keep people off of the carpet?
You saw me doing this now. Personally escorting and telling them this is not the way, the other way is the official route. But we had been doing this for many times, so we are well practiced.
Despite reserving a place in each of their 8 restaurants, the hotel still doesn't know what the guest is doing about dinner. Chef Oberoi is the hotel's grand executive chef. He spent 40 years cooking for presidents, kings, and celebrities.
सामान और मलाई टिक्का देना.
Chef Oberoi is hoping tonight's guest will want an authentic Indian dining experience.
We don't know what they will have. It should be Indian. I think that's what we expect him to eat, the first meal in the country. And especially in this city, that's why we got the Mumbai tiffin ready. And a person, when he orders a tiffin, he gets the flavors of Mumbai.
For high-profile guests, the hotel often arranges for a musician to play the traditional Indian instrument, the jal tarang, a set of bowls tuned with water.
Okay, so this is how the magic begins.
Why has this been chosen as the music?
Oh, you know, it's very, very typical of the city. So we want to give the VIP an absolute, welcome to the city and give him a slight flavor of Mumbai. He's testing it now.
Gaurav was a bit concerned about what the musician would be wearing.
I've got it. He told me that he should be wearing an Indian kurta. The color should be matching the color of the sari which is being worn by the front office GREs. So I managed to get it.
So, is he in?
Yeah, he's in.
He's in.
He's in.
How did it go?
Very well. As anticipated, he was very interested in understanding what Jal Tarang was all about. So just told him what it was all about and why it is so, why is it done in India? Because, it tends to send out positive vibes and energy and things like that. So that's
Relief? Relief?
No, there's always another day, another challenge. So.
With 8 restaurants in the hotel on standby, the Tata Suite guest decided to eat in his room. As soon as a guest checks out, Indrani's team begins again preparing the Tata Suite for the next arrival.
Good afternoon, everybody. We have gathered over here. We'll start from 6:49 basically. Govind, you'll be with the vacuum cleaner and you can start doing the vacuuming. And extra furniture which is there, like mirror is there. I'll be just telling you these is furniture. Just start removing them and start keeping them in the lift landing area. So let's start.
Here we have a guest who is paying almost as much as their salary maybe per day. So obviously there's a difference, but that will be in any kind of hoteliering industry. The difference will always stay about whom they are servicing and how they are. People who have spent more years have become more, they feel more attached to this place. It's like their home,
Room boy Harshad has cleaned the bath in the Tata Suite for the last 2 years.
उनकी लाइफ तो बहुत मैम हाई प्रोफाइल लाइफ है ना उनकी और मीन्स वो लोग ज़्यादा रिच लोग हैं और वो सब VIPs होते हैं ना वो एकदम प्राउड फील हो रहा है एकदम प्राउड रहता है और क्योंकि इतने बड़े बड़े लोग को सर्विस करना मतलब नसीब वाले का काम है हाँ तो लक ही बोल सकते हैं मेरा.
The boys at the Taj are relatively well paid, and Harshad earns more than 3 times the average income in India.
मैम मेरा फैमिली है अभी मेरा वाइफ है एक लड़की छोटी मेरी 8 महीने की और मम्मी डैडी भाई छोटा भाई बस इतना ही मेरे घर में 2 bedrooms है, 2 bedroom hall kitchen and bathroom and toilet basin बस इतना ही, toilet basin. मैं और मेरा वाइफ एक सेकेंड मास्टर बेडरूम में सोते हैं और मेरा भाई सेकेंड बेडरूम में और मम्मी डैडी हॉल में एक बेड है उसमें सोते हैं. हॉल में कंफर्टेबल बेड है ना, सोफ़ा कम बेड है हमारे हॉल में. तो सब मॉर्निंग में हम लोग सोफ़ा करते थे और आप इवनिंग में नाइट में सोने के लिए सब बेड कर देते ऐसे.
हर्षद, आपके घर में जो आपका बाथरूम है वो कैसा है बताइए जरा.
मतलब सब अपना नॉर्मल ही ना, पूरा ना इतना बड़ा नहीं है, छोटा सा है पूरा. घर का बाथरूम है और नॉर्मल ही अपना रेगुलर बेसिस पे शावर क्यूब है एक और वॉश बेसिन और WC, इतना टाइप का बाथरूम है. बाथटब वगैरह सब इतना नहीं है.
ऐसे बाथटब में आपने कभी भी अपने लाइफ में बात लिया?
नहीं अभी तक नहीं, नेवर.
अगर आपको कभी मौका लगा इस बाथ में बैठने का, तो आप किस तरफ बैठेंगे? आपको कौन सा व्यू अच्छा लगेगा?
जी मैम वहाँ से क्योंकि वहाँ से पूरा समुद्र दिखेगा ना, व्यू अच्छा वहाँ से ना, इसलिए पूरा गेटवे और अरेबियन से पूरा दिखेगा ना इसलिए.
For a select few, a short stay in the hotel is not enough. Maria Moores is one of 3 resident guests. An American oil heiress with a property in Rome. She likes to escape the European winter.
You live here, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
In the winter. In the summer in Greece. I'm very lucky.
So how long are you here for a year?
I'm here this time for 6 months. I've done 2. It gets a little... Time drags here. I don't have many friends.
Do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm in my 80s.
What does that mean exactly?
83. Exactly.
83.
And before I used to lie about my age. Now it's a sort of triumph to have made it this far.
When you look in the mirror these days, what do you think?
Sometimes I think, well, that's not bad, and other times I think, oh my God. Especially when the hair starts to grow out and you realize I'm not this smashing blonde after all. I've known old people, in fact, that after 50, they just sort of slump into an easy chair and stay there, you know. And I've never been happy with that.
You want some more adventures?
Well, yes, of course. That's the whole point of staying alive, no? I need this.
In her 20s, Maria married an Italian opera singer. They had 3 children, but later divorced.
I was with a Greek man for many years, and then unfortunately, he prematurely dropped dead. But he saved himself nothing. He'd done everything. Liquor, drugs, but he was great fun.
You had a good time?
I had a good time with him, yes. And
how long ago was that?
Oh, let's see. Must be now 8 years ago.
8 years ago?
Yes, 8 or 9 years ago.
So you were in your 70s?
Yeah.
A love affair in your 70s?
Of course, why not? If they don't mind, and they didn't seem to. And he did say, you know, Maria, I'd like to marry you if you weren't so old.
And how old was he?
He was much younger. He died at 44 prematurely because he saved himself nothing.
You caught a man who was 30 years younger than you.
Actually, he caught me. He picked me up in church. It was Easter, and I love the Greek Easter. So...
How long were you together?
We were together almost 11 years.
It was obviously an important relationship for you.
Yeah, it was. And I was shattered when he died.
Tasked with making the hotel a home for guests is the team of 35 butlers. In weekly role-playing sessions, they're schooled in the correct ways to serve.
What we are doing today, we are doing an in-room dining training. We'll do a mock audit. In the sense, one of you or two of you will be coming with the trolley with this order and will be delivering it to the guest. Try to make him comfortable, talking to him, try to understand the guest requirements or his preferences, and then ask questions accordingly. So be confident and don't forget that you have to smile a lot. Everybody is very tense at this moment. So don't be tense, smile.
Oh yeah, please come in. How are you, Prakash? Good.
So how was the meeting which you attended today?
Oh, it was lovely. Thank you very much for asking. All right.
Okay, so would you like to taste the wine?
Perfect, yeah. Wow, it's a lovely wine. Thank you. Okay, so you can just leave it on the on the table itself. Thank you.
In the £2,000 a night Neptune suite, Melville, the butler manager, is welcoming back one of his most regular guests, Captain Basine.
I mean, I've been here in this particular department past 3 years. I've been always taking care of him. The relationship is actually very, very special because he actually calls me for every single request, whatever he has. He'll always pick up the phone and say, tell Melville to call me in my room, or tell Melville to come to my room. I would like to give him something.
The captain has been coming to the hotel for 50 years.
I'm an oil trader and I travel practically all over the world. The Americas, Europe, UK, the Far East, the China, Korea, Singapore, Thailand, Australia, India, Bangladesh sometimes, South Africa, East Africa. I've been staying here for a very, very long time and I enjoy, it's like home. For me, it's like home. I've got all the facilities that I look for in a suite. They make sure that you are as comfortable as you can be.
Nothing, no tarnished. Plate should be clean.
The butlers are preparing for one of his regular dinner parties, which will be attended by a number of Mumbai's millionaires.
It's basically 12 to 15 people at the max that usually comes, and he's staying in one of a very beautiful suite that overlooks the ocean, that has the space and the capacity to accommodate that many amount of guests. He's lived in luxury for many years of his life. He knows standards, he knows everything. If you're going to be putting a glass on his table, it has to go with a cocktail napkin and a coaster, a stirrer stick, if it's a mixed drink. So on and so forth. So there's everything that's important with regards to the details Captain Basine looks into. Captain just mentioned to me in the lounge earlier that he's going to be having a special blend of his nuts which he gets from the Gulf. He's going to give it to us, and we need to place it around the room so that it's going to be very convenient for people as and when they drink. There will be, they can just stretch out their hands and grab on some nuts. These are important guests for him. He just earlier also mentioned that to me. So we have to floor the guests. We have to make Captain Basine look really, really good in front of his guests, okay? Everything to the last final detail should be nicely planned, okay? Stirrer sticks, coasters, cocktail napkins, lime juice, sugar syrup, salt, everything. None of his guests should be having to wait for more than 2 minutes for a drink.
I bring with me various kinds of nuts that we get in Dubai. It's a very special shop which does nuts in different flavors. They are in hermetically sealed bags, very fresh, and they are opened when the guests are here. And they're put in little serving bowls around here.
How are you?
Lovely to see you.
Good to see you.
Chetan bhai.
Nice to see you. How are you?
You lost a lot of weight.
बेला इस रिश्ते में हमारी नीस लगती है लेकिन
Last week when I had this friends of mine, one lady pointed out to the other lady who was here, I didn't hear it, that these nuts are not good. And she called Melville, the butler, and he was told that, these nuts are bad. You should taste them and try them before you serve the guests, because if it happens next time, we're going to report to the hotel management.
Sure.
He profusely apologized that I'm very sorry, ma'am, it will never happen again. We will make sure that next time the nuts served are fresh nuts. She didn't know that these were my nuts. On that evening, he saved me. I mean, he could have said, sorry ma'am, these are not my nuts. The sir has brought this, and so it would have been a very embarrassing situation.
Are the nuts okay?
Before they could say cheers, we have placed the nuts, so it's just fresh as it is.
Anoop, Sunil, Alka, Urvashi, Anisha,
Good morning. Say good morning, Mrs. Len. Good morning, Mrs. Steve. Very good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Babaji. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Baba. MB1.
Mr. Chaska has been striving to please guests at the hotel his entire working life.
I have about 200 odd people who've done more than 35 years of service, active service. I mean, some of them have worked here for as long as close to what my age is. Anybody who's worked in this hotel for 10 years plus actually is extremely thankful of the fact that he's got a job at the Taj. It's difficult for people who worked here for a very long time because they know no other way of living, actually. I think this hotel has been everything to them. I mean, they've got married here, they've had their children have gone ahead and got a job and made a career for themselves in their lives, and fathers have continued working in this hotel.
So let's check the rooming. Sure, you have to just put this from down. Just one more time, press it. Yes, sir. And your toes to be polished again. I think there's, the polish is coming out. So just polish the toes and the sides. Right? Yes. The Chaska, always perfectly groomed.
Thank you, sir.
You should take the example of Mr. Chaska on the grooming standards. Okay. Your shoes can be more shiny. Sure, if you can.
I'll do this.
Fine?
Sure, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
In a few months, Mr. Chaska will be retiring, 42 years after first seeing an advert for a job at the hotel.
There was ad in the newspaper. I just sent application and I got a call later from the Indian Hotels Company Limited on dated 5th July 1972, and I had an interview.
You kept that for 40 years?
Yes, madam. Round about 42 years pass. This later has been given by management. You're appointed in the stewarding department. I was so happy, and entire my family, my village was so happy that one of our students from the high school has got a topmost, highest, the Taj Mahal Hotel Palace, Mumbai, a job in that Taj Mahal Hotel in Mumbai, and my entire relatives was so happy. And this is the certificate of service of 35 years. The long service award was given by our boss. This certificate I got from them, so 35 years of service.
But now you've done 42 and you're about to retire, looking after the guests.
Yes, yes. And that is a very big history for me, because it's a live experience. Each and every guest comes in my dream. Who is Mr. Dalal? Who is Mr. Mehta? Who is Madam? So all the guests are here. They are good related to me like my family, because I spend more of the hours in Taj Mahal Hotel than my family. So I'm very closer to my company, closer to my hotel, that which I am related like blood relation.
You're going to miss the Taj.
I will miss a lot. Yes, the tears are here in my heart.
Today, across India, Hindus are celebrating the festival of Diwali.
All of you are welcome to my house. Wish you happy Diwali. Wish you happy Diwali. Of course, my family is welcoming you at the main gate of my building. Will you please come follow me? Thank you very much, please. Careful, yes.
Mr. Chasker lives 2 hours away from the hotel with his wife, son and daughter-in-law.
You're welcome, welcome, welcome to my house. This is my wife, who always cook the food very delicious. Okay, I'm very happy with my family. They never trouble me. And they also knows, at this age also, I'm working hard at my place, but I never show my tiredness to my family at all. I always go smiling to the work. I always come smiling with my family. And that is why I keep increasing their happiness, and they also do the same at the same time.
Typically, businessmen and even households and families would do a Lakshmi Puja to invite Goddess Lakshmi to their homes to bring in success, prosperity, wealth, etc. At the hotel, we do this every year. Same room, same time. Because it's something everyone feels very connected to. And what I just did was actually bring our sales books across. We do this every year. We print a new set of books for Diwali. The priest will come in shortly and the puja will happen. After that, he will bless my books. So it's, so to speak, that after invoking the goddess, he brings her blessings and he bestows them on my books, and that will bring me great sales. So that's pretty much what it is all about.
भूम्यै नमः नमस्कारान् समर्पयामि नमस्करोमि
20 to 25% of my time actually spent on ensuring that certain traditions which are part of this hotel are carried on with the same amount of spirit that they were handled with in the past. A lot of functions which we do for employees every year as a matter of tradition, sometimes you don't even know why they are done. You know, there have been functions where I've tried to find out why do we do a certain thing in a certain manner, and I've not been able to get a clear answer. But today I think it's more important to carry on doing these as long as they provide a lot of benefit to the employees. I think these are certain traditions that we need to keep intact as part of this hotel, okay, in order to differentiate this hotel from any other hotel in the country. It is changing, and it's going to change more and more because people are not going to spend 40 years of their productive life working in hotels or for a single hotel. So that's changing. You will get to hear comments and remarks in the hotel, but you know, there used to be people who used to know me. The expectation of clients in terms of them being recognized and them being pampered the way it used to happen in the past is also going to change. I think the kind of luxury which people in India expected of five-star hotels in the past is no longer going to be there in the future. You're not going to come back and you're not going to see 50 employees who recognized you for the last 30 years to be around. That's not going to happen.